Okay, so my pet peeve is long rambling intros, so I'm not gonna do one. I'm gonna jump right in. This is baby spinach, and I got a big container of it because I can eat it with everything, salads, I can cook it, etc. Now, for some people, spinach can be a migraine trigger. I don't yet know my triggers, so for now, I'm keeping it in my diet, and we're gonna see what happens. It's really good for the Whole30. So I'm keeping it for now. If I continue to have headaches, I might take it out, but I don't think it's one of my triggers at this point. So I got that. And I got cherries because, first of all, the cherries this time of year are so good, but you can have fruit and you can have cherries. So I get sweet tooth pretty often, so I know I'm going to be reaching for cherries. And I also got these Midnight Beauty grapes, which are those really dark purpley grapes. I love these, and if you have serious sweet cravings like I have, you will reach for these kind of things to get you by. Another thing that I was surprised that you can have is dates or figs. And I got these whole pitted dates in the produce section, and to me these almost taste like candy. I haven't had these in a long time, but I remember they are really good. It's almost like having Fig Newton or some kind of candy. And for those of you who have a really hard time letting go of sugar, this is going to help you replace those processed refined sugars. I got pistachios. Can't have peanuts or peanut butter, but you can have pistachios. So we'll try these and see. They're not flavored. They're just lightly salted, which I'm not even sure if that's okay. I'll have to check on it. But if not, then I won't do these. But yeah, I'm not sure about that yet. Like I said, I'm brand new, so figuring this out as I go. Broccoli florets, because I found that it's good to have some frozen produce, because sometimes I don't know what I'm going to eat for dinner that night, and sometimes produce doesn't last very long if you end up setting it in the fridge. So what I do is get some that's frozen, that way I can always just thaw it out, because those dinners where you're in a hurry, those are the ones that are going to get you, and you're going to end up eating something you shouldn't. At least that's been my experience. Okay, this is the riced veggies, cauliflower. My husband always makes this for me, and I love it. It's when you want rice and can't have it, and this is the closest thing. Now, you're going to know it's not rice. There's a little difference in the texture, but actually, I love the flavor. It tastes way better than regular rice because it's got that cauliflower flavor to it, which is really good, and you can season it with salt and pepper or whatever, but these are a lifesaver because your whole family's having stir fry or something and you feel a little left out, then in that case this is good for you. And there's nothing else in it, no sauces, seasonings, anything, so it's legit just riced cauliflower. So of things that were already in my refrigerator, but so I didn't buy them today, but I think they're still gonna help me a lot. These baby cucumbers, if you take these and dip them like in hummus or whatever you like to dip it in, that's okay for this diet. These dipped in hummus are like the best thing I've ever eaten in my life. I mean, it's delicious, so try that. The baby ones are better, I think, than the big ones for that specific purpose, because they're really crunchy and they're small enough. It's like the perfect crisp bite size. So another thing I always keep is blueberries. I keep a lot of different berries. I keep blackberries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, but blueberries I think berries are the best low carb fruit if you want your fruit and don't want a lot of sugar. Berries are the best way to go, and they can be put in smoothies. And sometimes if I'm feeling a little lightheaded or low blood sugary, if I get a handful of these, then it takes it away. So I always have these. Another thing I have that you might not think about is like garlic, because a lot of these foods are going to be bland to you at first if you're not doing your sauces and the sugary things that you're used to. So garlic really helps. If you just mince up one of these little cloves and like put some either balsamic vinegar or olive oil, that will transform whatever protein you're trying to eat. So that's important. You don't think about it, but it is. Okay, so anyway, yeah, for the fatty acids, and just because it's lean and it's actually delicious, it's something I don't mind eating. So I also got some fresh fish. I got this steelhead trout, which is something that we eat whenever we go to buy fish. We like to get the trout because we just really like the flavor of it. And then I got tilapia, which is always cheap. I've taken the tag off, but I actually got this marked down. And you'll have to forgive my dog. He's like the loudest drinker on planet Earth. But yeah, tilapia and then the trout. And then I got this rockfish thing. And then I got these chicken breasts. So I'm not one that always gets the no hormone, more expensive meat. Although for this diet, it really is good if you can do that. But they say that if you can't do, like, maybe you don't want to spend all that money, maybe you can't afford all of this organic food. So they just say that if you're gonna do anything organic, make it be the meat rather than the veggies. I guess just because of all of the things that go into the meat that are just not great for you. So I did get some chicken breasts. Now I got a lot of chicken breasts. I'm just showing you one package. This one has 5 individually wrapped ones. The reason it's important for individually wrapped is because sometimes I'm going to be eating things different than what the rest of the household's eating. So I need one that I can just pull out for myself, get a little bit of that garlic, some salt and pepper and some olive oil, and prepare that. So yeah, so I don't want you to think that I always buy the no hormone, no antibiotic, all that. Sometimes I just have to buy what's there. But to start this diet off right, I wanted to go ahead and get that. So I got this Sunshine Blend. It's got strawberries, mandarin oranges. This is good for like smoothies, which might have to get some of you through the day if you're trying to give up coffee in particular, because caffeine really can cause migraines. And so I'm thinking caffeine may be a huge source of where my very annoying headaches are coming from. So I'm willing to try anything if it means giving up BC powders, coffee, tea, all of that, then that's what I'll do. So it's not gonna really fulfill your coffee wish, but at least it'll replace that need to satiate in the morning. Okay, I got these peaches. For some reason this summer, where I live here in Texas, they have the best peaches. Now these are smaller than the ones I got last time. The ones I got last time were humongous and very, very juicy and just so sweet and delicious. And so I thought I'd try these because they feel kind of soft the way I like them. And the dogs are down there wrestling, so they're going to be a little loud. I'm so used to ASMR where I have to keep everything quiet, but I don't have to do that on a haul video. That's the beauty of it. Okay. I got some avocados. Now, once again, just like with the spinach, avocado could potentially be a source of migraines, and it's hard to know. It's from person to person, so for now they're going to stay in my diet. When you want something creamy, you know, if you're not putting mayonnaise or different things on whatever you're eating, then sometimes that mashed avocado will give you that same kind of feeling, that same kind of taste and texture. I got grapefruits, which I don't normally eat grapefruit. I eat a lot of fruit and vegetables. Hush. But I don't normally eat grapefruit. So when I've been reading about Dr. Oz talking about grapefruit so much, I thought, okay, I'll try it. And in the morning, I'm going to probably have lots of eggs and things like that in the morning, now that I have to replace other bad things I was eating. So like half a grapefruit in the morning is probably going to be good with that. and there are very good benefits associated with grapefruit. If you Google it, you'll see. So, and that brings me to eggs. Like I mentioned, I got 12 jumbo eggs because I'm probably gonna have every kind of egg you can think: fried in olive oil, boiled, poached, scrambled, you name it, honey. I'm gonna be an egg eating mama because I want protein and I'm gonna be hungry, and I think the eggs are gonna fill me up. One last thing I got was this chamomile with lavender, because a huge factor I think in my headaches is stress. And even though this isn't part of like the Whole30, this was a personal choice that I made to get tea. I've got lots of different teas, but I try to pick a new one up whenever I go to the store, so to add to my collection. But this one is organic chamomile with lavender, and I think that in addition to this, I'm going to try to meditate every morning. I might vlog about it. It depends on how long I can do it, because honestly, it's tough. You think that it's going to be this easy practice, and then you sit down to do it and it's like, nope, I can't do this. But I'm not going to give up on it, because I'm willing to try anything. Because when you start to have migraines, you kind of get desperate like that. And so if I got to do acupuncture, if I got to do meditation, all of that, I'm going to take you along on the journey and let you know what ends up working, or what ends up at least helping. And one thing I should probably mention is that I'll be having a food journal. So I'm going to write down everything I eat starting tomorrow morning, which is when this diet begins. My 30 days begins tomorrow. I'm going to start writing every single thing that goes in my body. And then I'm also going to journal whenever I get a headache. And that's how I'm going to be able to recognize my headache triggers and try to combat those. So I hope this is helpful to anyone that wants to start this diet. I'm going to put some info about it down below in the description so that you can go read more about it and know if it's for you. Like most things, this is not for everyone, so you definitely want to make sure that you have your doctor's point of view on whether you should do this. And yeah, so please post whatever your thoughts are. If you guys know a lot about this diet, or if you've done it yourself, I want to hear all about it, because I'm new to this and I'm taking you along with me, so I might make some mistakes, and I don't mind at all being corrected on those. Please enlighten us in the comments below, and I will see you guys on the next video.